Welcome to the show. Today we have a special guest who is passionate about eco-friendly products and sustainable living. Mr. Sunil has dedicated his life to promoting environmental consciousness and inspiring others to adopt greener practices. With a wealth of knowledge and a genuine enthusiasm for sustainability, Sunil is here to share valuable insights, tips, and innovations that can help us lead more eco-friendly lives. Please join me in welcoming Mr. Sunil to the podcast.
Namaste and hello to everyone. Thanks Sandeep ji for having me here and to discuss about eco-friendly products, and that is very important topic, I would say.
What inspired you to start your journey towards eco-friendly living?
Regarding the incidents, there were a couple of incidents, and one incident is my mother whose leg got infected. And this infection was due to the usage of chemical cleaning agents in the bathroom and toilet. So what used to happen is, since long time she used to clean the toilet and bathroom using harsh chemicals, but she was not aware of so much to take a precautions. So she was always barefooted and not taking any gloves or something like that to protect her hands, and no protective measure. Just she used to put the chemical agent and then just she used to clean. On a long run, what has happened is all these chemical things has entered in a minute quantity to her body, and later it's got immense. The reaction was there was an infection at the end with her leg, and this actually what happened is, when she approached a doctor, and the doctor said she needs to be operated. Basically, some small operation needs to be done. So, but she was not okay with that, and because of that, now still she's a little bit suffering from that. It is still curing. Actually, since almost 3 years, she is suffering from this.
And that happened by using chemicals?
Yes, something like Harpic, Lysol, and all what we use for cleaning the bathroom.
Which is very common everywhere, like
common.
all over the world. Everybody uses that.
Exactly. It's just like, okay, anyone going to supermarket, if they want a cleaning agent, they just go and pick this. Okay. Just like any other food products they buy, they just go and use it just like that, without knowing what is the after effect after using this, right? So this was one major incident what I saw within my family. And then after that, I also spoke to some of the ladies who are helpers in some houses, and they were also going through tremendous challenges, because most of the time they used to clean bathroom and toilet, and they used to wash the utensils and all. What I saw is, either their hands have become the skin has become very hard, and it has broken, it has a lot of breakages in the skin, and in the legs also, because they stand on water and these chemical things for a longer time. There was some infection on the legs as well, and this is something which I observed. And I also interviewed one person back in India, and she told about her own experiences while she was cleaning the bathroom. I think there was no proper ventilation in their bathroom, and after some time she actually fell within the bathroom unconsciously. And later, after 15 minutes or so, when she woke up, she realized that, okay, doing this using chemical things in the bathroom, sometimes it also has these effects, and she realized it. And then since then, I think she also started looking for alternative options like eco-friendly thing.
So she was using Harpic?
Yeah, something similar products. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there was no ventilation. It emits like poisonous fumes, I guess. So
Exactly.
maybe okay.
Yeah. So, but these people don't realize when they're using it. They think, okay, everything is getting cleaned. That's it.
Yeah, we are not aware. We don't know. Like until somebody tells us, we are not aware,
Correct.
because it's readily available. It's cheap, and so everybody go for it. Nobody knows about the harmful effects. So that's why you are here, to inform everyone about that.
Sure. And I'll just take another 2-3 incidents which I want to mention.
Sure.
many times there was a shortage in water during summer season in when I was staying in Bangalore. And then the question was always coming to me how we really need to properly use the water. But during that time, what I observed is even though there was a scarcity of water, the misuse of water was still there. People were not realizing the real value of water because there is a shortage. They should understand that they should not misuse, they should use it in a appropriate way, not waste, right? So
Yeah, even like if there's no shortage, we should not waste it
yeah, it's a
because
natural resource. It takes a lot of
yes,
things before it reaches to our houses in the tap, right? And then another two things I would like to mention is many a times in Bangalore lakes, I've seen that the foams were formed on the lake tops. The reason being is a lot of chemicals getting mixed with the water. When I observed the area, I couldn't see any of the industries or factories, but still there were only apartments and houses, and the lakes in and around that area was still completely polluted. And as I said, many times the foam was formed.
yeah, lost a lot of industries do that worldwide. I've seen a movie a few years back. It called Dark Water. It's a Hollywood movie. It happened in I don't remember which village in States.
Okay.
So they used to, that's a huge company, big company, and they used to make Teflon, and they used to release the chemical in the river just next to the factory.
Mm-hmm.
And the river goes through a village. Animals used to drink water from that. A lot of cows died because drinking of that water, and a lot of people as well, they developed like cancer like symptoms, and it's based on real story. So
Yeah,
I think everybody should watch that movie. That tells the reality of how these industries just throw away the waste, chemical waste in the water bodies.
yeah. Actually, I think you told a very good example. See, that is we are talking about industries and factories. But I'm even telling when you don't have your industry, but still just apartment and houses, still we are polluting so much. So that's what I'm trying to say is we are trying to release so much of chemicals even within through our houses. Lastly, when I came to Canada, when in Canada most of the time we only clean our bathroom and toilets, and here there was no proper ventilation, but there was a air circulation mechanism. There was a air exchanger. But irrespective of it, when I start cleaning anything in the bathroom, because it's mostly covered, I could already sense eye irritation, skin irritation, and all. And because of that, I started taking precautionary methods. I wore glasses, I wore gloves, I wore slippers, and with all protective, I was doing this. But then always a question came to my mind: if I am taking so much of precaution and I'm releasing these chemicals to the environment, what would happen to water bodies and all the things around the environment?
And also you mentioned about Sadhguru, like the soil movement. Soil is common to everyone. We cannot, nobody can be discriminated on soil. And we humans, we are depleting the soil actually. Crop is grown now. Let's take a fruit apple. The nutritional value of that fruit now is less than it was 5 years ago and less than 10 years ago, because we have exploited it. In order to get the nutrition, we need to eat like 10 apples now. Before it was just one. Exactly. So we need to take care about the environment, the soil and waterways and everything. So let's go on to the next question. What are the simple everyday changes people can make in their lives to be more sustainable?
Actually, there are very simple things which we can do. We can use cotton bags instead of plastic bags. And I would also say that most of us, including me, I think because since long time we started using the plastic bags, we are still not completely replaceable with the plastic bags with the cotton bags. Because for some items, when we need to buy, we still tend to put it into the plastic bags. So ideally, if possible, I would always recommend that to use cotton bags efficiently. And sometimes where I need to use plastic bags, I try to use which is recyclable. Okay, first. So second thing is I reuse the same thing again and again until it is torn out. Basically, once I bring some items from the supermarket, I take out all the items from the bag, and then I keep this plastic bag once again in my I would say um, cotton bag or any bag which I'm going to carry to the supermarket again. So basically, I will try to reuse the bags again and again. So this is one simple thing. And another simple thing is, which everyone easily can follow, is don't waste water and electricity. Okay. So this is very simple, but only thing is people don't realize when they just open the tap, just keep on flowing, and sometimes they don't even know that they have opened it at the maximum level. The water flow is so high. So especially people who are actually washing any utensils or clothes, they don't even realize when they're using the water in a very high amount. And then usage of public transport as much as possible instead of using our own cars. So that will also help. I mean, these are some of the simple things which we can bring in our everyday thing without making much changes, but just being aware of a few things. I think we can be eco-friendly.
So basically, if I rephrase, it's first reuse. Reuse grocery bags or whatever you can reuse. When we order from Amazon, they give us the cartons. We can just store them and use them when we need that.
Exactly.
Instead of throwing them away. Second is don't waste water and electricity. It's a gift of God, right?
Agreed.
And we should use it wisely. There was a quote: "Nature has enough for everyone, but not for their greeds."
Nature can fulfill your needs, but not the greed.
So, and the third one is use public transport. It's a good one because it saves a lot of fuel.
Money as well.
Helps money as well, less pollution.
Right.
And people will say like some of the cities don't have good transport system, so we can suggest them to carpool.
Yes.
Share the car with your friend and just divide the amount. It's gonna help you to save money, plus it will help the environment, less pollution and less usage of fuel.
And
right?
also one thing to add to that is actually you can also be productive when you're traveling in the public transport. You can read some book, you can do some work through your mobile or laptop. That you can utilize time efficiently.
That's correct. Instead of driving, you are learning something, you're learning a new thing, reading a book. That's what I usually do actually. What criteria do you use to determine if a product is truly eco-friendly?
That's a very good question.
Yeah.
I think many people will have this question. See, I think not every individual will not have their own testing lab, right? So
yes. And it's difficult to distinguish because there are lots of products that they say like they are eco-friendly, but we cannot know like if it is really right.
Yeah. See, there are certain things which I first do in order to identify whether it is eco-friendly or not. Okay. Maybe sometimes I won't say I'm 100% perfect, but I would like to share the methodologies methodologies I use in order to identify eco-friendly products. First thing is I would like to do some online research. Okay, so first of all, see in the Google and how many people are buying it, how is the review, and all those things. At least that will give little confidence that okay, this product is being already used and people are good about it. Okay. And second thing is mostly it's self-testing. Okay. I take it, I use it. See, as I said, when I was using harsh chemicals in my bathroom, I could really sense that irritation in my eyes and skin and all. Right. So similarly, when I use these eco-friendly products, I try to observe what's the changes or how it is affecting my body. And the third thing is, when I know eco-friendly, I can directly put it on my fingers and I try to smell and I try to see little bit, not taste, but just smell and do some
Taste.
little bit, little bit observation there, and that will help me to understand at least it is not chemically oriented or it is not so much harsh in its properties. And then I basically look at the ingredients and all. I also look at the company which is producing it. And as I said, when I do online research and review, at least based on that, I will try to link what I observed. And based on that, I tend to assume, okay, this is eco-friendly. Okay. And sometimes some of there are stores around us where people only sell eco-friendly products or sustainable things. Sometimes I do visit their stores as well, just to observe what are the products available there. At least I feel that, okay, there are some validations done before they approve that this is eco-friendly. And sometimes there is also certification. Just to tell you, I was using Born Good back in India, so which is a very good product. I will talk about a little bit more details there. I asked them to share the certifications what they have got for this eco-friendly. They have done some USDA certification, and which was proving that it is 70 to 80% they have is eco-friendly, and another 20-25% is a synthetic material which is not harmful, but in order to make the solution properly, they need to use that. So that way, so I validated it whether it's eco-friendly or not.
Okay, so we should have started with this question. Can you define like what is eco-friendly? Because some people, when they listen to eco-friendly, they think that it's made from natural products. Just tell like briefly like what is the meaning of eco-friendly
Okay.
product.
If you search Google eco-friendly, there are many meanings, many understandings about eco-friendly. So, in a very simple way, I need to be friendly with myself and with the nature. And if I just follow that, that is being eco-friendly. How can I do that? You need to be a little bit conscious in that regard. Okay. When you're conscious, obviously then you will understand that you need to be healthy and you will take care in a certain way. See, somebody, if they want to be healthy, what are the things they do? They do take care of many things.
Eat healthy, work out.
Eat healthy, work out, sleep well, and also the positive interaction with other people and all those things. Means there is
meditation, yoga.
Meditation, yoga. Okay. So this one part when we take about self, right? But similarly, when we have to take care of the environment, we just have to take care in a similar thing, right? Means we should not put harm chemicals to environment. We should try to see less consumption of resources, and we try to protect the earth and the trees and all the things. So it is actually, the thing is, everything is connected. The word is very well connected. See, the thing is, if you observe one very simple thing, every second we are inhaling and exhaling, which we are not realizing. Okay. If you just hold our nose for 1 minute, we will know that we cannot stay without the oxygen for more than a minute, right? So how are we getting it? Everything from the nature. The food we eat, the water we drink, everything is from the whole body is from the nature. Okay. So eco-friendly means, from my perspective, just not only taking care of yourself, you just need to be connected with the environment and be friendly with that. Means you don't have to do anything special. Just what you're doing, just make sure that you're not harming the environment. Yeah, actually, ideally, the natural based products are good to term it as eco-friendly. Okay, but irrespective, sometimes we use some additional thing, which even though it is chemical, it is not harmful for the nature. For example, I say baking soda. Okay, baking soda is used as one of the cleaning agent. Okay, but generally, what I learned is it doesn't harm the nature. Okay. This is like.
So it can be called eco-friendly, right?
It can be called eco-friendly.
Right, right.
And I use baking soda and vinegar to cleaning my kitchen wash basin, and that is the best thing to clean it. And also the pipe, the wash basin pipe,
Yeah.
it can be cleaned through this vinegar and the baking soda.
Okay, so that's like everybody can find that in their kitchen.
Easily.
So it doesn't cost anything. Plus, it's eco-friendly. So what else? Like, can you give us another example of some product like that we can just use it from home and we don't have to buy chemicals from market?
Actually, see, if I have to go a little bit back to my grandparents, when my grandparents used to be there, I've observed that they used to use lemon and this one, what is it? Tamarind, tamarind paste, tamarind paste, and mud paste during cleaning of utensils. Okay.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was so eco-friendly that nothing is harmful, even for your body, even for the environment.
We clean utensils with the soap that we use to clean it, that we get from market. I think it also has chemicals, and when we even if we wash with water, then also it doesn't remove entirely. And when we eat in that, it goes inside us, right?
Yes. I think that's a very, very valid point. What I would like to mention is, especially people who regularly use dishwasher. So there the problem is even more, because that's what I observed. Actually, what I also did is, even I have a dishwasher. I use rarely when the utensils are more. Otherwise, I try to wash it through hand. When you're washing through hand, most of the time we tend to clean it mostly in a decent way. But as you said, maybe some residue might be there. But if I look at the dishwash, the biggest challenge what I saw is, when I take out any utensils out of the dishwasher, when I smell it, I could smell that chemical actually. Little bit. Okay, even when I say little bit, if I regularly use the dishwasher gel and dishwasher, and then I use that same utensil without further cleaning in the water, I tend to take inside my body those chemicals, which in a longer run, we might face some problem, which we don't know. Because today, if we observe in a market, what's happening is all the, health issues, whatever we are talking earlier, like very rare thing is becoming common. Either you talk about kidney issue, heart issue, cancer. So earlier, maybe if I say 20 years back, very rarely we used to hear it. But now, now and then we keep hearing this. I'm not telling that everything is because of this, but I can relate to this because all this small consumption of chemicals, which we are unaware of how it will affect our body, on a long run, it will have its own effect.
Yeah, when you said that, it reminded me it's a cycle. So we are polluting water, we are polluting nature, we are polluting environment, and we are getting it back. Yes. For example, we are throwing the house waste, like the detergent, like anything, in the river, right, in the water bodies, and we are eating. When we are, like you mentioned, when we are eating in the utensils, it goes inside us.
Yes.
And it's harming us. And similarly, I think even with the clothes, when we wash clothes with a detergent, it has chemicals. And I've heard that if we the chemicals, because we can smell it, right? Even after the wash, we can smell the detergent. So our skin absorbs that, and it's not good for us.
Right.
And people who eat fish, who eat aquatic animals, and we are sending the chemicals in the water, and the animals, aquatic animals, eating that, and then we are eating it coming back to us. So it's a cycle. And like we are using the car, vehicles, it pollutes the environment, and then we breathe the same air.
That is true.
So we, in one sense, we are not harming environment, we are harming ourselves.
Not directly, indirectly, but some
Yeah,
people
but
are
we are harming
realizing
it.
it, but some people are not realizing it. If you
Yes.
realize and if you start acting upon as early as possible, that will help yourself and the environment. So that is something which everyone has.
There's a three-part question. Your favorite products,
Mhm.
favorite stores. Like you mentioned before, there are some stores that are specific to eco-friendly. And the third is when people buy eco-friendly products, what certificate you mentioned about certification as well. So what certification they should look?
First of all, to let you know the favorite eco-friendly product. So as I said, since long time I'm using baking soda and vinegar for cleaning the wash basin in kitchen. So this is one of the best thing, simple, which you can make in home and with a less cost. Yeah. So this is the one of the best thing. But the second thing is in India, actually, I have tried out multiple eco-friendly cleaning products, and I ordered it to my home, and I asked my mother to test it actually. And during this testing, we could, I mean, it's basically based on my mother's feedback. I found this Born Good, when say a company called as Born Good, they have the cleaning products which is more efficient compared to many other what is available in the market. So as such, these are the two things which I would generally recommend. And the store which I visited, actually I visited in Canada, it was Avril. So this is Avril,
What is the spelling?
Avril.
Oh, okay. So
Yeah,
April means okay.
yeah,
I got it.
exactly. So this is the one which I visited. There they have a lot of eco-friendly and eco-friendly products and organic vegetables and all those things. So there I also got one product by name Eco, and I'm using it. It's decent enough, but I won't say it is pretty good compared to Born Good, but it's also good enough. In India, there is no clear certification available for this to prove this is eco-friendly, but in US, USDA certification is available, which will prove that okay, US is eco-friendly. So this is what being used also with Born Good. That way, it is already certified, and I would also recommend people to use that actually.
Okay. Okay, that's good. What are the some of the challenges that people can face while trying to adopt this sustainable lifestyle, and how can they overcome that?
See, first of all, actually telling there is no challenge. Okay, it's just people think
All excuses.
yeah, all excuses, and they think they are comfortable using whatever is available in the market.
Hmm.
See, whether you buy Harpic or whether you buy eco-friendly thing, you just go supermarket, pick it up, and use it. But only thing is, you need to do a little research because not many people are aware that okay, there is an eco-friendly option available, alternate to this Harpic or Lysol. So this is something which they need to be aware. Okay, and see, and when I say eco-friendly, people need not think about too big a thing they have to do, take care in order to be eco-friendly. As we discussed earlier, doing simple things within our life, just saving water, saving food, and segregating the waste properly, and all those things is part of our to be eco-friendly, right? And even if you use a public transport, as we discussed. So these are very simple things. Means people don't have to complicate in their mind thinking okay, eco-friendly means either costly or this. See, it's not always we need to talk about a product. If you're buying a product, okay, then the cost comes into picture. But the simple things what we can do within house can also be eco-friendly, right? So switching off the electricity when we are not using it is also. So that misconception should go out of everyone's mind. And see, all the things which we take care for our good health, if we follow the same thing in a proper way to take care of the environment, that's it. I think nothing different we need to do. So basically, then few other things is use a cotton bags as much as you can,
Mm-hmm.
And not to assume that every eco-friendly product is costly. There are nowadays actually in the market there are many products are available which is having a competitive price. But I don't say that it can compete with the chemical products, because chemical product production is a different way compared to natural products. Because natural products, it has to be grown. For example, if I'm talking about
Yes.
lime, because lime is used in many such cleaning products, they have to go through the process of growing it and cutting it and then going to the manufacture process and all. So this involves a lot of steps in this regard.
Right.
And definitely getting such natural products cannot be cheaper compared to the chemical one, because chemical they produce in a very bulk and
bulk. Yeah, makes sense.
To be frank, it will be very less costly for the manufacturer. A simple example is Coke or a Pepsi, what we drink, right? For the manufacturer, it is, I think, I always keep hearing this, it is less than some cents if I talk about dollar, but if I talk about in Indian rupees, it is less than 1 rupee or something. But when it comes to the hand of the customer, it is already 15 rupees or more than that, right? But still people buy. Okay, but only thing is they are marketed it well, and then people buy default they're taking it. But the only thing what I want to say is it cannot be cheaper competing with that, because there is a several process and natural way of growing and everything happen. It will be a little bit costlier compared to that. But irrespective of it, if you observe, nowadays there are a lot of competitive products which people can use. So I think, as I said, try out the baking soda vinegar, which can be naturally done within our house, and then try out Born Good, which is also in a decent price in India.
I've heard some people use this soft drinks as cleaning agent, cleaning toilet.
I tried to use it, but it did not work actually.
No?
It is not that effective, to be frank.
Okay.
So I just
that's not a good option.
Once, and then I saw that it really doesn't help that much.
So you covered the expensive part. Why these eco-friendly products are expensive, and that makes sense. That totally makes sense. But some people also say they are not as effective as the chemical ones. What do you have to say about that?
I think somewhat agree, because earlier 2 years back I was trying to do some research on this, and I was not able to find good eco-friendly products actually. But as I said, nowadays the market, there are so many companies who are working on the eco-friendly products, and they are doing a lot of research to make it more and more effective. So as I said, when I tried out multiple products, I could still find some of the products which are really effective. To be frank with you, even in my home with a big family, a lot of cleaning is always required. My mother never used any other product apart from, I think, Harpic. And this is the first time when she tried out different eco-friendly products. One of the products she picked, that is the Born Good, and she felt it is cleaning as chemical product, and now she likes it, and every time she is now using it. It is very effective. That's what I could conclude. I think that nowadays there are so many products which are effective. It's just that, okay, you need to use it and then figure it out, because then when you figure it out yourself, you'll be more confident. So as I said, do little research in the online, then you will understand the reviews. Based on the reviews, you'll understand how the products are.
Right, that makes sense. Yeah, because the thing is, eco-friendly products are a little bit expensive, but it doesn't harm your health. So if you buy the chemical ones, they are cheaper, they are more affordable. Yes, that's true. But they harm your body, they harm your mind. And so in short term, you save money by buying chemical products. But in long term, I think if you invest, see it like investing. If you invest in eco-friendly products, in long term they're gonna help you. Talk about the innovation or the latest trends that is going on in eco-friendly and sustainable living space.
There are many innovations which is happening actually. That is where I'm always suggest people to look into what is really available in the market, because many people are unaware of it. So if I talk about water related stuff, there are many products like which is motion controlled, means in big malls or even in the airports we might find that the taps are sensor based. Whenever somebody puts hand below the or in that sensor area, then it will sense and then the water will be poured out, and as soon as we remove the hand, it will stop. Okay. And similarly, nowadays these taps are coming with the way that it will not give out so much of water, but it will put very less. I think what is necessary. I think based on that you can adjust it. But that way it is. There are some innovations happening in that space, which is good. And if I talk about electricity, as I talked about smart switches, smart homes, and nowadays a lot of refrigerators are coming with energy rating. So buy the ones which are with the high rating, so that way it consumes less energy, and even the TV and all those things. So all these appliances now are coming with this energy thing. Certification or the stars. So more the stars, it is more beneficial. And then coming to the cars, you can use electric or hybrid cars.
That's my favorite option.
Okay. Yeah, electric or hybrid cars. Recently, what I learned actually, this I was not so much aware earlier. These hybrid cars where you have a petrol as well as LPG gas, okay? Which is what we use in for cooking and all. So this one is a petroleum and another is actual gas, LPG gas, liquid petroleum gas. So there are many vehicles which are made with the hybrid, which can consume both. But one thing what I understood is with the LPG, the environmental effect on using of LPG is less compared to petrol. And the second thing is it's also fuel efficiency and kilometers what it covers per liter or per kg or something. So is more compared to petrol. So what I understood in the recent reading is you can save a lot of money if you use LPG, and you can also be eco-friendly in the same time.
Okay, but right now they are focusing on electric cars. There's not a lot of I have never seen an LPG car, but electric cars, there's so many brands that they are focusing on. I think all the brands we know, they are focusing on electric cars now. And the electric cars, I don't think they are eco-friendly as well. Because they have to dig a lot of lithium. Digging of lithium, it uses a lot of water. We need to dig a lot, and also it uses a lot of fuel. The big machines dig, so they use a lot of fuel as well there. They use a lot of coal there. And also the lithium batteries, disposal is very difficult. Once they are dead, we cannot dispose it. We don't have the technology yet. Correct. So I don't think it's countries are promoting using of electric cars, but I don't think that's a good way. So you mentioned LPG. I don't see any vehicle company who is making a car that runs on LPG.
See, actually, this is a little tricky question, but I would answer based on my understanding till today. So I agree related to electric cars that maybe it's not so eco-friendly what people claim or what government claims. It may be also a loophole or it's a business strategy that people are just trying to promote their cars, telling it electricity and making more sales. See, if I talk about things within Canada, I've seen, especially during winter season, there's a lot of challenge for electricity, and during that time, even charging your electric vehicles might be difficult, because there is always during the reason is the very simple reason is during winter in Canada, everywhere there is an electric heater, and more electric appliances are running, and because of that, electricity consumption is more. And during winter, with the electricity car, the load on the all the electric cables will be more, and it is always recommended to use less electricity during winter. And as you rightly said, for generating electricity, they consume a lot of other resources like coal or atomic thermal plant and other things. So that also indirectly it is causing harm to the environment, which people are not really focusing on, but they just say that okay, if you use electric car, everything is good. And this LPG, what I was mentioning is, this is an article which I read from the from India.
Sure.
Yeah, and they have started promoting this because understanding that more than electricity, this is beneficial. So this is where they are started promoting. But all other countries, they are just blindly following that electric vehicles are the best thing. But as you told, I totally agree with you. I think people really, the government really need to rethink on this if they really need to make things sustainable. And
So I'm curious to know, how do you engage and inspire the community to embrace eco-friendly practices?
actually, there are a few things which I started doing. When I was part of a volunteering activity for the Save Soil, I used to distribute brochure. I used to share this information within my company, and I used to talk to people, and I used to talk about the importance, why the Save Soil is important, and why everyone really need to support this. So this is one way of communicating and engaging with people. Then later, I also started promoting some of the eco-friendly products, the Born Good. When I was in India, I started giving some free samples to people to use and try out, so that, as you said earlier, people have assumption that the eco-friendly products may not be so effective as chemical one. So I got some samples of that eco-friendly products, and I used to distribute to people. To be frank, there were many people in my local area who also are using it, which I'm really happy about. And then I started writing blogs on the eco-friendly products. I also started creating short videos about eco-friendly, sustainable living, and eco-friendly products and all. So these are some of the ways how I'm trying to connect with the people on this regard. And lastly, I would like to mention, as I'm more and more looking in the eco-friendly thing, I also started planning to create my own platform to sell eco-friendly products through my channel actually. So this is the next step which I'm already working on. So soon I will be launching it.
Yeah, that's gonna be helpful too for a lot of people, because they don't have to think, oh, this product is genuine or not. They can just go to the platform and order
Exactly.
products without. Yeah,
Exactly.
you're making life easier. So if you could encourage listeners to take one specific action to support sustainability, what would it be?
I think the very simple answer, which everyone can do, is just avoid wastage of any resource, natural resource, water, electricity. Even though electricity is not directly, I can say, natural, but still there's a process
It's
of
produced from.
yeah. And avoid food wastage. So these are very simple things which people can use it and follow it
Right.
without any extra cost.
How can people stay informed and motivated in their pursuit of an eco-friendly lifestyle?
Start looking at yourself and start to make sure that you follow healthy habits, in a sense, just for ourselves. Because see, the thing is, when I ask people about think about others or environment, first thing is, first and foremost, if they are ready to look at themselves and to make themselves healthy, then they'll be able to take care of other things. Okay. If they themselves are not healthy, then looking at other aspects is a little difficult. Okay. So when they start looking at themselves to make it more healthy, then there are certain things which they follow. And similarly, when you come to the eco-friendly lifestyle, you just have to follow simple things in a consistent way, and definitely that will help in developing the eco-friendly lifestyle. So what are things they can follow in a regular thing is they can look at today with the social media, with a lot of channels available. There's many ways people can learn about eco-friendly things and get connected with people who are really following that, and people do circulate a lot of information about eco-friendly products. So simple things is use a Facebook, use YouTube channels. There are groups which are mainly focusing on eco-friendly products. If you join those groups, there is always a regular update which is coming, either about new innovation in eco-friendly products or what they follow within the home, that is like do it yourself, DIY in short form. So which they always talk about in those forums. Either it could be Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, and all. So if you regularly follow that, I think that is a very simple way that you keep getting updates on the eco-friendly products and you are keeping informed.
Yeah, maybe they can follow your because you post blogs about that,
Yeah.
and also stories, right?
Right.
They can follow. You can send me your handles. I can put it in the description, and people can follow you for the latest information and the products. Yoga also plays a big role in developing one's mindset. I think it also makes you closer to the environment. What I think is that because we are also made from 5 elements of the nature, right? So when we do yoga, it something happens in our mind, and we start caring about our environment. And I know you did a lot of yoga, right? You were into yoga. So can you tell that if the statement is correct? And if yes, then how does it changes your mindset?
One general thing what most of the people know is yoga and meditation definitely it will benefit, but each one experience varies a little bit based on how effectively they are doing, how regularly they are practicing, and are they doing it correctly. Okay, or they just looked at some YouTube channel and they just started doing without knowing some of the intricacies or very important minute things, what we have to adopt during the practices if they don't observe that. See, why I'm mentioning this is, see, yoga and meditation definitely it has a very positive impact on your body and mind. I practice regularly the Isha yoga and meditation. I did my Indian engineering 2 years back, and then along with the Shambhavi Mahamudra Kriya, and then I also did Shunya and Shakti Chalana Kriya and other practices. I do regularly practice it. That had given me a lot of benefits. Actually, the benefits in the sense, first of all, improvement in my health, and then calmness in my mind, because otherwise I used to get unnecessary tensed for small things, and that at least has come down. And the more I'm calm myself, I feel more happy with the environment I'm living. I feel connected more with the environment, and with that connectedness, that will help also me to think in a little different way, because I always observe now I'm very conscious about each and everything I do. That means what are the products I use, that also I think about it and then use. So that way, to convey one in a simple way, when you are conscious, you will be able to take a better decision, and you will be able to take a thing that it doesn't affect anyone or the environment. Okay. To be frank with you, I have heard many people who are practicing the Isha yoga and meditation. They have got a lot of benefits in their life. So everyone now feels more happy compared to earlier days where they were always more worried about each small things and all. So definitely it will have its own advantage if you regularly practice. with your mind fresh, with your mind very active, you will be connected with the nature in a very different way.
That's a beautiful answer. Thank you so much, Sunil, for coming on the show. And I hope like people who are listening to this, they will change their mindset and become more eco-friendly. They're going to start using eco-friendly products and live sustainable life.
I would wish everyone to switch to being eco-friendly and follow my channel as well in the future to get inputs on the eco-friendly products and how to become eco-friendly and stuff like that. Wish everyone a good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you. Namaste.